Welcome to Daddy and the Don, the Masters. The first major of the year is nearly upon us, April the 11th. I'm here today to go through who I think will be challenging and winning this year's tournament. So, let's start off with talking about Tiger Woods. As of now, as of time of recording, my famous words, he is in the field and set to play for this year's tournament. He obviously isn't the Tiger Woods of old, but he is sort of now a confidence player. If he wants to enter this tournament, that means he believes he's still good enough. So yes, regardless if he is going to play or not, he can never be written off. With that being said, I just can't see it. But the guy loves the course, loves the tournament. We know he's won it multiple times. You just never know. And I can't not mention him. But going on to other players who probably have more of a chance, who are in more form and higher up in the rankings, of course, I'm going to start off with last year's champion, Jon Rahm. Now, we all know Jon Rahm now is currently playing for Live Golf. That's his decision. You know, let's be serious. Both tours, Live and PGA, have quality players. They just have a different format and different schedule. And obviously, the pay is a little bit more different. But with that being said, if Jon Rahm plays like he did last year, he's going to be hard to stop. He's still one of the best players in the world, still in the top 5. And he's definitely going to be a player that will be fancied this week. Going to Scotty Scheffler, undoubtedly the best player in the world at the moment, probably the last couple of years. Looking to add to his major collection and looking to win his first Masters this year. A player that has played quite well here in the last few years. And obviously last week won the Players, back-to-back. And for that reason, he's the favourite. And it'd be hard to back against him. But I just got England that I don't think it will be his year. But definitely can see him winning this tournament at some point. Rory McIlroy, can't ever not mention Rory, the most consistent player over the last 15 years. Yes, hasn't won a major now for maybe about 10 years, but he's a multiple major winner. A player that continues to win tournaments every year and compete in majors, and he's going to be fancied, probably the second favourite here. I do think he will win a major in the coming years. Another one, will he be his first Masters? Oh look, I'm not sure, but I definitely think he'll be up there, especially if he gets a good start. Brooks Koepka. Listen, Brooks Koepka last year was the best player for Live Tour when it came to playing in these majors. Did well here last year, was unlucky not to win it, had a good showing, and then he did go on to win the PGA Championship. So we know what type of player he is. Might not mean the most likeable person, but he's a strong, long player who gets on a roll is hard to beat. Definitely a player to look out for. Sam Burns, a player that might be a bit higher odds, but definitely a very consistent player over the last couple of years. And at this moment in time, he's definitely somebody who can be a future major winner. But with that being said, he's shown a bit of inconsistency this year. 4 top 10 finishes, but he has missed a few cuts, including last week. But I think his talent, his confidence, I think we'll always give him a chance. And all the odds, 50 to 1, I'm looking on the odds checker. I wouldn't worry about that. I think he'd definitely give a showing. And a player that I'm starting to like. Ludvig Edberg, the Swedish sensation. I don't even know if he was in the tournament last year, but winning PGA and obviously a European Tour event last year, they were showing in the Ryder Cup, and a strong start to the PGA Tour this year with a few top 10 finishes, including 8th last week in the Players. A player that's got short odds, 25 to 1 for a player that hasn't been a pro very long, but we know his quality, we know his power, and he's definitely someone that people are going to be looking at. And again, if he gets a start, it's about how he can maintain it. He's definitely got the ability. And we're going to bring up a British player very, very briefly. I don't think he'll win it, but Tommy Fleetwood, back to form, a win a few months back, starting to show the form that he showed maybe 5-6 years ago, back in the top 20. A player that, you know, has, you know, the ability to push people. He's an all-round great player with a bit of power, good short game, and he's really good with the irons. So I don't know if he'll win it, but definitely a player that I can't not mention, and I do think he will push for a top 10 place. But that being said, I've mentioned a few players, but I don't think any of them are going to win it. I'm going to give you a really random winner. Yes, this person finished second last week in the Players, but he's 70 to 1. He won the Open last year. He's also had another top 10 finish in the Tour this year. Brian Harman. Not his biggest fan, but from what I saw last week, yes, he didn't win the tournament, but he's suited to this type of course. He's a clever player, he's a sensible player, and I think, yes, people go, well, why not picking Scheffler? Because Scheffler's 9 to 2, I don't want to just pick favourites. I want to give you some of the value. Do I truly believe he's going to win it? I don't believe in my heart, but I believe he can push, and I think if he gets a lead, he can hold on to a lead. And I think last week showed that, you know, he wasn't a flash in the pan last year. He will be a top player for years to come. And at 70-1, I think he's going to surprise a few people when it comes to his odds. So yeah, great players. Everyone's got a chance. I'm missing a lot of players that have all great chances. But if you want me to predict a winner for this year's Masters, I'm going to go for a bit of a, maybe an obscure one in the sense of odds, but we know what quality player he is. Showed the form last week. I'm going to go for Brian Harman. What do you think, guys? Like, subscribe to the channel, put your prediction in the comments, and see what you think. Till next time, see you later.